I always give away too much. It's like I've got no sense of touch. I'm always pouring out my heart, no little by little here. I'm always pushing things too far. 2, 5, 6, 10 drinks at the bar. No boundaries, I get too close. No little by little here. 'Cause I give my all. Oh, no little by little. I pour out my heart. Little by little here. I always run and hit the wall. I'd rather jump and risk the fall. I see no limits in the sky. No little by little here. No, no, got stuck on working on myself. Thought I was wrong and needed help, but I'm just different, something else. No little by little here. 'Cause I give my all. Oh, no little by little. I pour out my heart. Little by little here. I'm gonna go everywhere and be myself, I swear. I'm gonna give my all. 'Cause I don't care if people will stop and stare. Let me fly, let me fly, let me fly into the sky. Let me be all that I can be. Let me fly, let me fly, let me fly into the sky. Let me be all I can be. Let me be all I can be. My all. I pour out my heart.
Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? Welcome to the first live stream in like 5 months or something like that. It's been quite a long time since I've streamed on this channel. Hello everyone, hi, how are you doing? Let me say hello to everyone in the chat. So let's go back up and say, oh my gosh, it only goes up so far. Okay, Poofy, hello. Michelle, hello. Let me turn the music down a little bit more. Mash, hello. Michelle, hello. Terry, hello. Doc Marmalade, hello. Missia, hello. Suli, hello. Pumpkin, hello. Caitlin, hello. Modest, hello. Colton's vacuum collection, hello. Do I recommend a Roomba S9? I do. It's a good vacuum. Michaela, hello. Jack, hello. Moo Hui, hello. Devos, hello. Woodmancer, hello. JR, hello from Connecticut. Oh my gosh, hi neighbor, you're close. Jeanette, hello. How's everyone doing today? Happy Sunday. I can't believe it's the end of the week. Well, for me, it's the end of the week. I know that like I live in America, but like I don't understand for the life of me why we think the beginning of the week is Sunday. It just doesn't make sense to me. This is the end of the week. The beginning of the week is Monday. All of my calendars that I can set up digitally have like a Monday start because like it makes sense to me. So I hope you're all doing great. I am here to answer any like organizing questions. We can just chat. We can hang out. We can talk about whatever. Clover is in the other room sleeping. Clover is with Eve sleeping. By the way, story, Eve took Clover out to go to the bathroom this morning after his morning breakfast. And he was like rooting around in some leaf litter and I guess picked up a tick and like brought it into the house and we found it like crawling on the sofa and we are fully traumatized now. So I just had to put that in there. You're fully traumatized. We like cleaned and like vacuumed everything. We doused the tick in rubbing alcohol and it was very traumatizing. And we checked Clover for ticks. We're not really worried about Clover, and we're worried more about us. so so that was a fun event today. Oh my gosh. Samantha, thank you for everything. Oh, you started your professional organizing business. That is so amazing. You have a podcast called The Pro Organizer's Coach. That's amazing, Samantha. Well, if is it, I'm assuming that's Googleable. So if y'all want a good pro organizing podcast, we'll check it out. Congratulations. That is amazing. Sunday's the start of your work week, Michelle. Well, yeah, that makes sense for you. Yes, we're all okay. There's like Monday's a start, Sunday's a start. Sunday, I feel like I get all my like house things together. You know, let me move this window like over here so that I can look towards you. Yeah, the tick thing was really upsetting. Thank you. It was it was so upsetting. Cause like I don't mind if like I see them on the dog, right? Like it's part of like having a dog. But like, yo, you don't want to see it on your furniture, just crawling around, just like have it like living its best life. It was like living its best, like it was like do 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 do, and I was like, ew, you don't belong here. I'm actually like really okay with most arachnids, except that genus. No ticks. Ticks. If like all ticks like happen to be extinct, world a better place. That's all I gotta say. World a better place. Who would be upset? Chickens? They would eat something else, right? Okay. I recently started to clean and repair vacuums for friends and family. Oh, that's awesome. That sounds like a really good, fun business thing to do. Yeah, ticks and Lyme disease would not be missed. Ticks would not be missed if they like just suddenly decided, or just, you know, for some reason they just went extinct. They went extinct. You know, any of those like parasitic little. Anyway, I'm okay with spiders, but just not ticks. Ticks can get it because spiders aren't after me. Like they mind their own business. They're up there eating the annoying insects, so spiders can chill. Ticks can go away. Oh no, and June bugs. June bugs are annoying. They are annoying. So, oh my gosh, and lice. Oh my gosh. Let me go all the way to the top of the chat because I know Michelle was asking for advice about moving across country. Are you moving across country? So I mean, my moving advice still stands. Is like do a big declutter. Prepare to do a big declutter before you move, because like literally you're not gonna want to carry all the stuff with you and then have to declutter it when you get to the new destination. Oh my gosh, moving to Washington. Washington is a great state. So, are you driving? Because I feel like that's the only way to like get cats there, like in a non-stressful way, unless your cats are like not used to being in the car, then it's like a little more stressful. But I feel like, yeah, I mean, that sounds like a rent a van kind of situation. I think, and like yeah, dang. That's a big move. That's a big move with that many cats. 'Cause you don't want to like put them on a plane, because that's always really dicey, you know. But yeah, I just work on the decluttering, and I feel like making sure everything is organized before you even start to like, you know, get in the car, you're going to be so golden, especially things with the cats. Make sure you have all the vet records and everything like that, like ready to go. All the information, all the cats, like supplies and everything. 'Cause it's going to be a long trip, but I think it'll be fine. What did I name my Roomba? I named it Rosie after Rosie the robot from the Jetsons. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Red Light, hello. You're playing Tears of the Kingdom. I'm so jealous. I am going to play Tears of the Kingdom after the live stream. I think after the live stream, because like today we were working on building some of the we have new elevated planters for outside of the side of the house, and we built those and it took like 3 hours. So, and then I did a little bit of work, and now afterward I get to reward myself with Tears of the Kingdom, which is amazing. Your cat poops on a 5-mile drive to the vet. You know what, Mash? I can really. I had a cat that was like really nervous in the car. Can they be? I don't know. I don't really have cat advice because I don't have a cat anymore. But like maybe is there like some sort of way you can get them used to it before you like start? You know, like the little short trips. I don't know. You know. I mean, gabapentin, yes, gabapentin, for sure, for sure. Let's see. Oh my gosh, if you're from Linfield, hello, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Tips for starting garage organizing. Mine's a mess and overwhelming. I understand that. I totally understand that. It is like it's a big space, right? Big space. So I feel like the only way you can do it and not get overwhelmed is to pick a corner and start there in the corner. You may want to bring like a vacuum with you because garages are notoriously like full of little, full of dirt and like things that will probably come at you. But like I would bring what's gabapentin. I think it's a sedative for animals. And people, I think, and spiders. I mean, I don't like advise like vacuuming up like small creatures, but I would just prepare yourself for small creatures in the garage, because I'm always like a very like a proponent of being kind of nice to wildlife, even if it is in your garage. But just be prepared to find lots of that stuff. But I would clear the floor first, like get everything off the floor, because the floor is where a lot of things just go to like disappear. If you have shelving in your garage, that's the best way. You can pick a corner and go for the floor, and then be okay with like clearing like, I don't know, 2 feet of space, and then like call it a day. And then the next day, or even like take a day off, and then the next day after that, go out and do the same thing. You got to do it in chunks, or you're going to be really anxious about it. But your garage, you can do it. You can do it. Be prepared to give. And you know, I still think the best place to give away things is Facebook, everything free, because people are always so excited to come and take your stuff. People are always coming excited. Like, I love it. I had so much unopened like makeup and hair products that I had like gotten on those subscription boxes, and I gave it all away because I think someone's daughter is going to use it for like play makeup, and I'm like, cool, do whatever you want, but like just take it away. I just need somebody to use it. Jen, you're still playing Breath of the Wild? Well, I mean, also a good game. You'll love Tears of the Kingdom when you get to it. It's a great game. Claudia, welcome in. It's happy to see you too. Happy to see you too. We live in a hurricane-prone area and need to organize for stay in place where there might be infrastructure interruptions, even for possible evacuation. Any tips? Ooh, well, do you have I'm assuming, well, maybe not. If you live in a hurricane-prone area, you might have a basement. But I would, infrastructure interruptions. I mean, do you have a generator? Is that possible? A generator is always a good move. My parents had a generator, and it was like saved their life like so many times. When we lived in a place where there were a lot of storms and electricity went out all the time. I'm not really one who is knowledgeable about prepping for these situations though. But I would probably suggest get a generator. I mean, safer than sorry. Safer than sorry. Always. Am I at 100,000 yet? No, not yet. We're getting close. Any tips for weeding out and organizing books? You have a hard time letting them go. Feels like a good idea to build a library, but space is limited. Getting rid of books is one of those things where it feels like it does feel like you're giving away part of your like knowledge or like some of the memories you have. Because I feel like I have been attached to books a lot in the past, but I advise you to be realistic with yourself, and also I'm not the person who like wants people to get rid of all their books, right? Because I think books are nice, but if you're really overwhelmed by the amount of books, the only way I feel like to get them down to a reasonable number is to be realistic with yourself and only keep the ones you can imagine yourself like reopening and looking at again. And it doesn't have to be like all the time, but it can be like every now and again. You imagine yourself to open the book and reread it, or not reread it totally, but like if it's a picture book, you can look at it. Like I have a few design books back there that I look at from time to time. And of course I am a nerd, so I have Zelda books back there that I look at from time to time. They're beautiful and they mean a lot to me. So I feel like only keep the ones around that are like, that you're going to revisit. Otherwise, like there are a lot of books that I read and will never read again. Those are gone. Like I either got what I needed out of them, or they were, a good read, but like I'll never read it again. Like I go back, I will like never read it again. Sometimes old textbooks, I just have like, sometimes it's got to go. It's really hard though. It's really hard. Oh my gosh, I have two Cavaliers and a Black Lab shed. They're full, like it's their full-time job. I would definitely, if you have a lot of hair around, and I did when Clover was a puppy, he was shedding like insane. Robot vacuum every day. Every day, because the only way you're gonna be able to mop it is if you get all the hair up first. You're not gonna even mop the hair, but you can mop the floor. But robot vacuum every day, highly recommend, because you're not up like with the vacuum constantly just all the time. I mean, maybe in spaces where it can't get, but vacuum every day, because the dog hair goes into places where you don't vacuum, like underneath furniture. Disgusting. So like highly recommend. Roomba of course is the biggest brand of robot vacuum, but there are a lot of other varieties of vacuum being sold now that are just as good. I've heard. I haven't tried them, but I've heard that they're just as good. Roomba is just the most popular brand name. Yeah, run the vacuum first, then mop. Yeah, and every day, because like you got to keep up with it. Keep up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's see what else is going on here. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Sadly, not at 100K yet. No play button for me yet. We're like it's very close. It's very close. Actually, I could like look right now on TubeBuddy, and I'm not like thinking about it much. I'm just kind of like letting the things fly by, So it says there are 1,100 subscribers to go. So that's a lot. I would have to either have a video that does really well, or I'll just wait. I'm drowning in old photo albums and family history for both families that take up so much room. They do. And I do still recommend iMemories. They will put it in a digital form for you, so you don't have to worry about having so many, because it's a lot. My parents have photo albums. Well, my mom has photo albums, and it's like those are decent, but like if it gets to be like more than you can put in photo albums, iMemories, they'll clean it right up for you. Love that service. It's a great service. Worth it. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Thank you so much, Erica. Welcome in. How do you make your pink onions? Oh, the pickled onions. Pickled onions is so easy. It's not my recipe. It's not, right? It's from Downshiftology, but the basic ratio is you put your onions in the jar and you use equal parts hot water, like the hottest water you can get, and apple cider vinegar. Then you can put salt, like a I don't know, like half a tablespoon. You can use as much or as little salt as you want. A little honey in there to like sweeten it up a little bit, and then you can add whatever you want, like fennel seeds, peppercorns. I love to add peppercorns in it, and then you leave it in the fridge for like 24 hours, and then you can eat them, and they're delicious on all kinds of nonsense. All kinds of nonsense. It's so good. After you clean, how do you stay organized? I suggest that you set up systems that you can maintain. Otherwise, you will never be able to, well, not never, but it will be difficult for you to maintain any organizing system if it's too difficult. So, for example, like shoe rack, if it's one of those complicated shoe racks where you have to put the shoe right on like something that's like this, and you put the shoe inside like that, that for me personally, for Kay Patterson, that's like too much work. Okay. I did it when I had to, right? When there was no other option, but I'd rather just throw my shoes on because I'm a tosser, I'm a thrower, or I can shove things in. I do good at shoving, but you have to sort of be honest about your own behavior. And if it's really easy for you to maintain, if it's like the easiest thing, the easiest method to putting stuff away for you, it'll be easy to maintain. Then you'll never like not do it because it's too dang easy, you know? Too dang easy. All right, let me look at there's a question queue at the top. I don't know if anybody put anything there or not. Oh, there are like 4 questions there. So if you do have a question, there is a Q&A reservoir at the top of the chat. So you can go ahead and type your question there and I can see it. That way I won't miss it. Okay, Michelle, we already talked about that. Rebecca says hi from Spain. Hello. How is it I can follow your tips and have a perfectly organized home, but at work I'm a disaster, especially papers. Oh my gosh, Rebecca, papers are really, really difficult because papers are like one of those things where, because you can't look at it instantly and know what it is. It takes a little more work. So my advice to you is to categorize your papers in like 3 different ways. So it's like active stuff that you're working on, stuff that gets permanently filed, and stuff that like needs action but doesn't need to be like worked on. So like if something needs to be signed, or it could be if that's really nuanced, it could be in the same category as like active files. But if something takes like 2 seconds to do, I feel like you should just do the thing and then do whatever you need to do with the papers. But papers are a time suck, and the key is to not let them pile up because that's where you get into the danger zone of getting overwhelmed. So I would advise you, if you're having trouble with papers, to get a little container. And I don't often advocate for getting containers, but in this case, I think it's warranted. And it should be really shallow, like this shallow. And maybe smaller. And if like you fill the papers up to the top of the container, you need to deal with them at that point. So you're giving yourself a little threshold of work. Like you can put it off, yeah, because you're a normal human, right? You can put things off. And sometimes, I always advise that dealing with papers, like especially mail when they come in, like just deal with it. But sometimes you kind of want to do it later. You know, I'm a procrastinator too. But that way you give yourself a threshold for the procrastination. And I find that this helps with myself too, because I have a little like pile of things that I need to sign, or like bills or something that I need to like pay attention to. And the pile is very small. And so when it fills up, I just deal with it and then it's empty again. And it makes me feel good. Michelle, thank you so much for 27 months. I can't believe it. 27 months. That is crazy. I don't know if my alerts are working at this time. They might be, or they might not be. I don't know. I don't know. I'm having trouble with alerts on this YouTube account. Oh, there we go. There it is. See? I completely, it's just late. Streamlabs is working, but she's late. She's late. She is late. I hope that was helpful. I don't know. I hope that was helpful. Okay. Stephanie says, do you have any Container Store dupes for the peeps on a smaller budget? Well, what product, Stephanie? Because okay, here's the thing with Container Store. A lot of the products that are sold at the Container Store are available in different places because Container Store sells a few of like in-house products, but they mostly come from other manufacturers. So which product in particular are you looking to save on? And maybe I could suggest something. Because if it's like, because sometimes, and the thing with the Container Store too, is that the products are sold at the best price they can provide for like a third party product. Because I often find that like I'll look for a product on Container Store, right? And I'm like, can I get this on Amazon? And I can, and it's the same price because the manufacturer suggests the retail price, not Container Store. They're making a little bit of profit on it, but like not that much. I think they make a lot of their money on Alpha and stuff. TJ Maxx is a really good suggestion. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross. Is Ross still a thing? I feel like Ross is like a Southern thing, but I feel like it's the same as like TJ Maxx and Marshalls, or TK Maxx if you live in Europe or the UK. You can get discounted of like, especially like inner design, a lot of those organizing products. The only thing is there's no way to get like a set number of it because it's more of a chance kind of thing. So you may be able to find one thing and then not the other. So it's kind of a crapshoot, but that's a good way to save some dosh. The other way is to just, find something similar. And you know what's actually pretty affordable is, if you have one near you, is IKEA. IKEA makes some really affordable organizing products, and they are much more affordable than Container Store, but they're just different. Ross is still alive in California. Okay, Ross is still a thing. All right, cool. I haven't been in a Ross in decades. Decades. Rebecca, I'm so glad that helped. I'm so glad. Yeah, Ross, I remember like going in Ross and being like, this is like Marshall's. We don't have Ross in Massachusetts, I don't think. I think you have to go down past the Mason-Dixon line to get Ross. But I've heard of it. Are there any others? Does Burlington Coat Factory have like house stuff? I feel like they do. I feel like it's just called Burlington's now. I feel like they dropped the Coat Factory part of their name. Or am I just making that up? I could be just making that up. Caitlin says, I have a corner in my house that first served a purpose to hold art crafts and slowly became an unmanageable junk area. What should I do to get, I'm assuming it got cut off, but I'm assuming to get it together again? Well, Caitlin, here's my question for you. This is like, just look inside yourself. Do you still do the arts and crafts? It is just Burlington now. Thank you for confirming. You do? Okay. So what else is there besides the arts and crafts stuff? Like, what else is living there? Is it just arts and crafts stuff, or does other stuff get lumped into it? Like, are you dropping things onto it because it's a surface that's there? Bargain hunt. I've never heard of that, but that's good to know. TJ Maxx is based out of, that's right, it is based out of Massachusetts. I forgot, because the headquarters, I think, is in Natick, Framingham. I feel like it's in Natick or Framingham, one of those places. Stuff for my graduation, straws, random paper. Okay, so like it gets used as like a drop zone. So my follow-up question is, do you have a drop zone for all that place? For all that stuff, for all that place. Wow. For all that stuff. So, because that sounds like stuff that is, things that don't have a place to live. Because I know like things from your graduation and like, those kinds of things, like my degree or like any, like if it's a program, it doesn't really have anywhere to go. So I would suggest, if you don't have one already, get a memory box for memorabilia. Memorabilia is some, the stuff that you have that you don't want to throw away because it triggers some memories. And I usually go through that every few years to see if the stuff is still special. Because sometimes it's not, right? Like, let's say like letters from like your ex-boyfriend who you don't like anymore, or ex-girlfriend or whatever. And at one point they were really special to you, but like maybe you were like badly wronged, and all of a sudden those letters need to go in the garbage or in a fire pit, depending on what happened. So I advise people, because I feel like that stuff needs to go in a memorabilia box. That way it has a place to go, and maybe even a scrapbook. Sometimes some of that stuff went in a scrapbook. I had a diary where I used to tape stuff. I would write about the day, and then I would like tape the program or the show ticket or something. And sometimes I look back on it and it's like really special. So find a place for that stuff to go. Because that way you won't be tempted to put stuff on the art cart, where the art cart is for arts and crafts, right? So that way you'll never have like, it's a sacred place for your arts and crafts. It's their home. It's being invaded by other stuff. Okay, TJ Maxx is in framing here. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I think aren't TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Home Goods all the same? They're like the same. They're the same, right? Same company. I think they are. Bargain Hunt is, it's in Tennessee. It's spreading throughout the South. Bargain Hunt. It's kind of a funny name for a store, if I'm going to be honest. Let's go to Bargain Hunt. I mean, it's a fun name because it implies like what you're going to be doing is hunting for bargains. And that's kind of fun. Bargain Hunt. I have to look it up. I love one of my favorite things to talk about is like the local or like regional retail establishments, because I think they're so different. And it's one of the things that in the age of the internet, that is still a thing. Like we don't have like Wawa, I don't think, in Boston or whatever, but it's in Maryland, and it's a whole other experience. And then there was like some talk about a huge like gas station convenience store in like Texas that's apparently awesome. So one of y'all is going to know what that is. Apparently it's amazing and I need to go to it. Hello from Lynn. Can we please talk about this winter weather we're having? I don't know what's going on, Stephanie. It is like June. It's like the weird June. I have been, okay, Buc-ee's. Thank you. Yes, it's Buc-ee's. The weather right now in Boston is bizarre. It is like 50 some degrees. And it's weird because like a couple days ago it was like 80 or 90 degrees. And now it's like cold. What happened? And it's raining. Like what the heck? I'm trying to get I'm trying to get a little bit of the spring weather. All I need is like a few like sunny and 75-degree days. I'm happy. I'm totally happy. Because we set up the garden planters today. They're like 48 by 22. And we were so looking forward to like going to Mahoney's today and getting all the plants. And it's just the weather. And also we were really tired. I am very tired today. I'm going to be honest. I had a concert yesterday and it was just a lot. But I have a break now until fall, I think. So it was the last concert. Okay. Can you recommend some airtight containers from the Container Store to keep flour and sugar in? The original Tupperware seem to be the only ones that are really airtight. Yes, there are a few that are really good. Let me bring up the Container Store website really quick because I forget the name of them. Oh, that was not. That was not the right spelling of it. Let's see. Oh my gosh, the Container Store website is quite slow. Have you all find that? I think it's slow because there are so many things on their website. But let's go to food storage. I mean, I always am a big fan of the pop canisters. They can be a little bit expensive. But the other ones I recommend highly because I've heard good things about them. I haven't tried them personally, so don't take my personal word for it, but just on things that I've heard from clients and stuff, that these Progressive Pro Bakers ones. Actually, can I share my screen? Is that a thing I can do? It's a thing I can do on my other profile, but it's going to be really hard to do it here. Here, let's make it up. Let's take the time. We'll set up a new scene. Oh my gosh, is this what y'all are seeing? This is just real. This is professional streamer, okay? Let's see. And it is, yeah. Did that work? Did that work? Did that work? I can't see anything. Wait, where's the preview? Well, I can't see the chat anymore because the chat's like over here. But anyway, I recommend these. These are good. These are good. As you can see, look, a pack of them is pretty expensive, right? But it's 100% worth it. Look, there's one left at Chestnut Hill right now. Go grab it. Go grab it. Okay. Did that work? Like, could you see? I feel like I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. I'm just going to go back. Okay, it worked. Okay, good. So, okay, confession. I haven't streamed on this channel in so long. So I have the gaming channel, right? And I have all these scenes set up for that. And I don't have those scenes set up for this channel. I have like a break screen, a starting screen, an ending screen, and I can like go to the next scene. But I don't have a screen share scene set up. So that was doing it on the fly. Yeah. Yeah, it's a set of 17. It's like so many. Cause you get like the little itty bitty baby ones also. Wait, let's go back. Cause it's kind of adorable. Like, hold on 1 sec. This is the new scene. Okay. I don't want to look like that. Can I not look like that? Okay. It's fine. Whatever. Look at the little baby ones. Like, look at them. How cute are they? The sprinkles and stuff. So cute. That's so cute. And, that's them. Oh, this is the one that has like the little brown sugar thing in it. Does this work for y'all? I'm not convinced about this brown sugar thing yet. I'm not convinced that, but I did handle them when I was an employee working at the store and they were very nice quality. So that's that. That's that. The brown sugar bear works. Tell me about the brown sugar bear. Because, like, literally, you wet it. Do you have to, like, keep it wet? Do you have to keep it wet? Do not make jokes. We're adults here. Do you have to keep it moist in order for it to work? How many shrines can you do by watching it? I don't know. Actually, let me move this window over here because I think that would be really helpful. It's a family show. It's a family show. Sorry. Oh, you soak it twice a year? Okay. You soak it, dry it off, and then put it there and forget. Okay. Wait, you dry it off? So you put it in water. Is that what you do? I don't understand. Sorry, red light. Oh, you dry it so the sugar doesn't stick. Okay. I never have known how to actually like handle it. Will it work for you? Now I'm getting advice from the chat. Will it work for you if your brown sugar is already like a brick? Will that work? Because my brown sugar right now is very, very stuck together. It's really stuck together. They sell non-clumping brown sugar now? It might soften a little. Okay, I'll try it. I'll try it. Okay. All right. How long do I soak it in water? Like 10 minutes? I'm getting advice from the chat. Cause like my brown sugar is embarrassing. Put a piece of bread in there. I've heard that too. Well, I personally don't have any bread right now because I am working. I'm on like a 2-week like detox from like refined carbs, which is I'm very grumpy all the time. But hopefully it's going to be good for my person. 23 minutes. Okay. 30 minutes. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wait, let me go back to the questions real fast. Oh my gosh, there are so many. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through all of these in the next 15 minutes. Thunder round. What would you use to store off-season clothes in the closet? I want something that is acid-free. Doc, but they do say they sell acid-free paper, and then you can get a one of those either fabric storage bags, like cotton canvas storage bags. I think those are a great option. And then put some, of course, like moth repellent and stuff in there. But they sell like acid-free paper that you can like fold, put your clothes on. That way they're not going to get all, discolored and stuff. That's my favorite way, is to use a fabric box. So your girl loves a fabric box. What can I do with old broken laptops that still have hard drives and stuff that I want to look through? How is it broken, Melissa? Because if it's broken, like it's like super old and you can't turn it on, you're going to have to take it to somebody who can restore it. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. Like my husband has a hard drive that is corrupted. He's trying to get stuff, not one of the, like a hard drive on a computer, but like an external hard drive. And to get back into that thing, it was like $1,000. So, I would get it checked out by a Geek Squad person. See if they can do anything for you. Unfortunately, I can't help with that. I'm so sorry. But that's what I would do. I would go to a specialist. And you know what? The best thing to do with those is to get recommendations from other people, because sometimes I feel like it's like those things where if you don't know what you're doing, I feel like it's a very easy way to get fleeced. So I would get a recommendation from a friend. Let's see. Stephanie, do you have any suggestions for cleaning up cat fur aside from a robot vacuum? Stephanie, I got one of those like fur like brushes where you can brush fur off the furniture. But like, let me be honest, at this time when I was doing that, I had 3 cats. 1 was a long-haired cat and 2 were just like, regular short-haired cats. And that's when I purchased a Dyson vacuum. The handheld vacuum. It was the best thing ever. You don't have to buy Dyson. Again, Dyson's the name brand. Like, get a Shark or whatever, Ninja, whatever. Does Ninja make vacuums or just blenders? I feel like they just make blenders. Anyway, because Shark is Ninja, isn't it? Ninja is Shark. Anyway, any other brand that has good suction, Shark and Dyson are the 2 that I think have the best reputations, but there may be other brands. But I would recommend a little stick handheld vacuum that you can like easily grab. You'll never be sad again. But those like little fur brushes work really well too. They work really well. I have to toggle between the live chat. The thing I love the Q&A function on YouTube, but I can't see the live chat and look at the questions at the same time, which is my only complaint. You can buy software that helps you do the recovery on the drive. Ooh. Well, that's good advice. That is good advice. Where did my chat window go? Because I'd like to put that on the screen. I'd like to put that on the screen. Let's see. Oh no, where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, there's some other advice. Your husband used Linux and restored yours for free. Purple Girl, is your husband looking for clients? Because we could. That's awesome, though. Wow. I'm pretty sure it had to be a store I don't want to pay. I know. You know what? I know. There are some things you don't want to pay for. Okay, here it is. What software in particular? Or like what from what examples? Because like if it's like really important, then it might be worth it. But like sometimes if it's not, we just have it scrapped, you know? The computer is dead, but the drive is still good. Oh, put it into good housing like an external drive. Well, I think you're getting lots of good advice here. That I don't, but that I to be honest, I don't know. I don't know. We're going to use a snug, disposable or reusable latex glove and move it or go over furniture. Amazing. Well, try that too. Try that too. You sound just like my Dyson. Do I do good Foley for like a organization YouTuber? I think I do. Good Foley. All right, let me go back to the questions. Let's see. I think that was a comment that got typed in the questions. Do they have a crazy Clover Club? I have a daughter. She just turned 18. Her room is full of stuff, a mess most of the time. She has quite a few hobbies and a lot of stuff that she's accumulated over the years. Can I help her? Magdalena, that sounds like me at 18. And so, okay. Magdalena, is she going to live with you for much longer, or is she like getting ready to move out? So, cause I feel like there's two scenarios here. If your daughter is about to move out, or like she's going to go to school, or she's going to go live on her own or with her roommates or whatever, then your job would be to clean the room, and either repurpose the room or save the room for another purpose. And then she would figure that out on her own. If she's going to live with you, another question I have, follow-up question is, does the room bother her or just you? And I totally understand, because when I was 18, I was a hot mess. Somehow when I moved out though, I got very organized, because I wanted everything to be perfect in my dorm room. For some reason, when I moved into an apartment, it just didn't have the same. I didn't have the same care about it until 2003 or 2001, I guess. But when I moved into a dorm room, I became very neat. So I think it bothers you. Okay. So I think ask her. I mean, if she's 18, I would be honest with her and just ask her how she feels about the space. Because if she feels, if it's kind of her way of finding things and she's got a system that works in there and she's kind of okay with the chaos, then that's kind of on her to figure it out. And it's hard because it's also your space. That's your house. She's living there. But she is your daughter, but that's her personal space within your space. So I think you can talk to her about how it makes you feel and ask her how she feels about it. And then that's where you get your next steps from. Because I'm of the school or the thought that someone's personal space is their personal space, even if it's like a hot mess. Because and like I like my common areas in my house to be pretty neat and organized, but my husband's office is my husband's office, and I don't touch it. I don't care what's going on in there. Like his closet, I don't open it. I don't care what's going on because that's his personal space. Now, that goes without saying. I'm not saying he's messy. He's actually very neat. But like if he's got like, I don't know, 100 books, it's not my business. So kind of let them find their own way of moving in their spaces. I feel like it's part of like personal development. So, yeah, just talk to her. Feel like, room's a little. How do you feel about your room and all this stuff? Like you're good with it, Just kind of feel her out a little bit. Not in like attacking way, but just like, ask her. She might want to declutter and just be overwhelmed. So just feel it out. Feel it out. What's a good method of keeping up areas you spend what feels like forever organizing? Again, Brooke, I feel like if you keep it simple, set your organizing system in that space to be the one that's easiest for you to maintain. Like super easy. Like everybody in the house who lives there, if you live with other people, should be able to do it super easy as well. Otherwise, you will not be able to keep it up. Like, I'm going to use the same examples over again, but like the coat closet. I put coats in the closet from time to time. But it's like a coat I'm using every day. Like if I'm, like, let's say, because I go outside 5 times a day in the wintertime to take the dog and whatever. If I friggin' have to put the coat in the closet every time I come in and out of the house, I'm not going to do it. So therefore, I use a hook. Put it up, put all the coat on the hook, done. I can do that. I can do that. So like anything that's easy for you to do that takes like no effort, set that system up and keep up with that. If you set up something like cute that look good on TikTok or whatever, it may work, but it may not. It may not be like the kind of thing that's good for your brain. So listen to your brain about stuff. Kate says, I'm quite happy with my organized kitchen, but one cabinet is crammed with larger tools and things, mixer, oven glass, container, and things that are hard to reach. Any advice? Okay, well, my first advice, if you can, I don't know if you live in a rented kitchen or if you own your kitchen, but if you can, install some sort of pull-out drawer or pull-out shelf, because those things that are like in the back, if there's things just living in this cabinet and you can't get to that thing in the back because you can't pull it out, never going to get used. And my other advice, especially if it's like a corner cabinet, install a Lazy Susan or a turntable. A turntable. That way there's nothing ever in the back. But I always advise to like just, if it's crammed, you might need to do a little bit of a declutter or a reallocation in your kitchen. Sometimes I find that a reallocation fixes everything. And I recently got like a little tiny tension shelf above all of my caraway pans. And like that thing is a lifesaver. Such a good lifesaver. It's so good. It's so good. Like, I'm like, oh, I can just put some stuff on top of there, like little stuff. Perfect. Okay. If you don't know where to start to minimize and organize, where do you suggest to start? To start getting organized, I suggest, okay, you know what? I did make a video on this. Your username is blue02. I made a video on this. I feel a little bit differently about it now. So first, I think, well, I've thought about it a little bit, and I'm like, what kind of person are you? I feel like we have to get that out of the way first. Like, are you really motivated by like big drastic changes, or are you motivated by like any progress at all? Because I know that some people, like me, I'm motivated by like big dramatic changes. Like, I can make this look amazing. But some people just need to like make like small steps. if you're motivated by like a really big change, really big dramatic change, then I say start in an area of your home that really bugs you. Really bugs you. Like let's say it's the entryway, like it's just full of shoes, scarves are everywhere. Start there. If you are a person that likes like small steps, start with somewhere you know you're going to win. Like one of the narrowest drawers in your kitchen where there's like hardly anything. You could do it. You could knock it out in an hour. And then that way you made progress. So I'd say like ask yourself about like what kind of person you are or what would make you the most motivated. Because I feel like if you feel like you are the most motivated by like making the biggest impact, then you want to get to like the biggest pain in your ass in the house. Pardon my French. If you feel like you just need to get started, you can't get started. Like you get that like that activation energy is not there for you, then you want to start with a guaranteed win. I love a guaranteed win. It's one of the best things you can like do for your own psyche. Like you're like, "Oh, I can sign a paper." You know, like sometimes when you're like you're have all this paperwork, right, in front of you and there's like all these things that like fill out forms all good. But there's one you just need to sign it. You got to do that one. That one's the best. Like you could do that one in like what? 4 seconds? Boom. It's done. You got to win. Because the more you get a win, like you get that dopamine. You're like, yeah, I can do this. So ask yourself what kind of person you are. Yeah, go for the low-hanging fruit. I love that. For me, personally, that doesn't work for me. I need to like, I get motivation from like the biggest impact. Like the thing that's like really just getting, just go for it. Rip the Band-Aid off. Rip it off. How do you keep gnats out of your indoor plants, Sharon? Okay, here's the fact. I just had a huge fungus gnat infestation. I'm going to tell you right now, it was the most annoying thing. I haven't had fungus gnats I've had fungus gnats a few times, right? The biggest thing you can do to prevent the fungus gnats is to use mosquito bits inside of the soil. But the biggest thing, that you could do from the start, like you can mix it with the soil. But like, let's say you really bring home a plant, you're not going to repot it right away. I literally have half of my plants are still in their nursery pots. Like I don't mess with them. If you really want to prevent the fungus gnats, you bottom water. That way that first like inch of the soil isn't wet and they're not going to go in there. Bottom water or just water with mosquito bits every time. I hate the fungus gnats. Like I found the source of the fungus gnats for me was not a plant, but was a bag of potting soil that I got from Target, and I was angry.com. Like I was so angry because I couldn't figure out where they were coming from. And the bag was living on the shelf above my desk here. And they were proliferating like mad. And they were everywhere. They were flying in front of my face. I couldn't work in here for like a week and a half. And then when I found them, I got rid of the soil. And it's like I've still seen like a couple, but they're like gone. What are mosquito bits? I will show you. I actually can get the mosquito bits. Hold on. They are, what exactly are these? They're Bacillus, Bacillus thuringiensis subspecies israelanisis. Okay, that was not good. Anyway, these are mosquito bits. So what you do is you put this in, you soak your water that you're going to water your plants in with like a teaspoon or a tablespoon or whatever. Like bacon bits, but with mosquitoes. Yes, Jen. And you soak them. I think you only need to soak them for like 30 minutes to an hour. And then it makes this mosquito bit tea. And then you water your plants with it. And then it kills the fungus gnats. It's it's like mainly to use for like mosquitoes in ponds. But on the package it says also controls fungus gnats. So it is very useful. It's some sort of bacteria. Anyway, it works really well. And as you can see, mine is almost gone. I need to buy some more. Does it change the surface tension of the water? Is that what it does? I feel like it kills the eggs. How does it work? I don't know. I don't know how this works, but it works really well. So, yes. In the pond, that's what it does. Oh, okay, cool. Because my mom used to have a pond, and she knows what this is, but I had no idea. She was like, oh, mosquito bits? I was like, how do you know about mosquito bits? Because she only has a few houseplants and doesn't have the fungus gnat problem. But like that's unfortunately like part of houseplant woes is your encounters with small animals. Mariz is lurking. What's up? What's up? Is sprinkle on top of the soil or put it in the water can? I see like some people put it in the soil. They like mix it in with the soil so that a little bit of the mosquito bit stuff gets in with the soil. But I like to do the the tea. You have 2 spider plants. Oh, okay. I love spider plants. They're so great. I have 2 of those curly spider plants. They love to be watered though. They like don't miss a watering with those. They get upset. They get upset. Okay, last question. My husband has a room of stuff that he doesn't want to get rid of. Old toys, collectibles, nostalgic items. We need to turn just in that room into a nursery. Uh-oh. So it has to go or be put in the attic. Oh my God, Melissa, that is tough. Well, have you talked with him about it? What happened to the bag of potting soil? Terry, trash. Red light, I haven't gotten a jumping spider yet. I haven't. What I would ask your husband, does he know that he needs to do something with that stuff? Because it can't live in the nursery, right? That's going to be the baby's space. So, does he have anywhere to display it? Or is it just things, is it a collection or is it just stuff that is it clutter? Because if it's a collection, then it would be great to be displayed, right? Because that's the thing about collections is that, that's the difference between collections and clutter is that, collections are meant to be displayed. Oh, the second part of the question was in the Q&A. Okay, let me go back. I don't see it. Where is it? I don't see it. Did it get eaten up by something? It must have gotten eaten up. I think the Q&A feature is really fun, but it must have eaten the second part of your question. I'm sorry, I don't see it. You can type it in the chat though. Oh, it's a collection of clutter. It's a collection of clutter. Well, then that means he needs to declutter the clutter, right? If it's clutter, okay, so clutter is the stuff that doesn't really belong or isn't making you happy, right? But if it's a collection, if some of it is collection, then he can separate that stuff from the stuff that's just clutter he needs to give away. It's really hard. Like, I think just the stuff that makes you happy, because I have like toys and stuff. He's listening. Okay, good. I definitely have toys, right? I'm 46-year-old with toys. I display them. The ones that make me really happy, they're on display because I want to be able to appreciate them. And I have that whole that whole bookshelf behind me. Oh, now you can't see it. This entire bookshelf behind me is full of like, it's got some books in it. It's got some sheet music in it, right? It's got practical use, but it's got like Pikachu plushies and amiibos and stuff in there that is just like a collection. So I feel like if that stuff, if it's worthy of being displayed, I say find a place where it's going to be displayed. Like, I don't know if your husband has an office or a workspace in your home where some of that stuff would be really nicely displayed and make him feel good, you know? Because now that your household is increasing, there may be a moment where he might need to have some alone time. Congratulations, though. An incoming human. That is amazing. But yeah, I think the decluttering is going to be difficult. Again, everything free is so good. People are just willing to come and take your stuff. I'm always like porch pickup. Like, I don't even talk to the person when they come. You know, I'm like, it's on the porch. Come and take it. And it's the best thing. Like, it's the best thing ever. I'm like, it's going to be on this porch at this address. Come and take it. It's gone. Okay, great. It's my favorite too when people on the Facebook page like fight over stuff that you list. They're like, I want to back up. I want it. I'm like, wow. I never would have thought of that. Do you have a garage that you store things in? I do not have a garage. We don't have a garage here. Garages in Massachusetts, especially in like we don't live in a suburb, but we live in a residential area, and around this residential area where it's closer to the city, there are fewer garages than there are driveways. So it's mostly driveways. So we have like somewhere under the house where we keep some stuff, but we don't have anything there except for my husband's bike is there. So we don't really have any storage aside from our storage room. But that storage room is plenty of space. So, because we have like our out of season clothes in there, I got like a Christmas tree, backup like toiletries and stuff for the freezer, like old car washing stuff, all that stuff. Two women, hello, nice to see you. A carport. I wish we had a carport where like I could cover my car. My car is unfortunately underneath a tree that has berries on it in summer, and like I could get a cover for it, but I think I'll just wash it every week. But like, it's nasty. It's gross. It's so gross. And I saw the berries are like getting ready to ripen, but I was like, oh no. I was like, I forgot it's berry time. Nasty. And they're all over the backyard too, and they like fall on the cement, and they like ferment out there in the hot wet. Oh, it's nasty. And you can eat them. It's a mulberry tree. We can eat them, and mulberries are really delicious if you've never had them, but like, how are we going to harvest them? Like the ones that fall on the ground, I don't want to eat. Maybe we'll get up on like a ladder and like pick them. I don't know, making like a mulberry jam or something. But like, I don't want them on my car. They're gross. They're gross. Pick them. They're up high, Remy. We need a ladder. Amber, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. All right, well, friends, it's been a little over an hour. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging out on the live stream. So I will definitely do more of these Q&As. I'm sorry it's been so long. It's been a lot going on. There's been a ton going on. I will say hi to Clover for all of you. And just a reminder, if you are curious for like Clover stuff and all the other like etc. stuff other than the organizing stuff, I do have a secret third channel. It's a secret channel. A secret channel. I'll put it in the chat if you want to go there, but it's secret. Don't tell anybody. It's a totally secret channel. Wait, I can't even find it by Googling it. That's the worst. Hold on. I don't think I'm subscribed to my own channel. No, here it is. Here it is. Here, we can share it this way. Look at me. I'm a professional streamer. It is what it is. All right, here we go. Secret third channel. Secret third. There it is. There it is. It's just vlogs. It's just vlogs. Terry, thank you so much for 36 months. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, there was a lot of like musicking happening this spring, which was very good for me, like in the soul, in the heart, but unfortunately very bad for y'all with the chip. But I have a 2-month break, maybe even a 3-month break until the beginning of the season. So we're gonna get it together. Secrets, yeah, some secrets. Terry again, thank you so much for 36 months. All right, friends. Thanks guys. Friends, I hope you enjoyed the live. We'll be back. I think I'm gonna do like a monthly stream for here. I think that'd be fun. Monthly Q&A. How about that? All right, friends, have a good evening. And thanks for hanging out. All right. Bye, y'all. This is like my stream ending is not smooth, but we're going to do it. Here we go. Bye. I'm awkward. You hang up first.